All right, welcome back everybody to No Review Playthrough with Ryan and Danny for our first playthrough of Marvel United today. I forgot to turn this off. Okay, so I did a quick explanation of the rules to Danny. This is literally our first game. We're up against the Red Skull. So I got some of the miniature painted up. I painted up one villain and at least two heroes so we could at least start playing. So we've got the Red Skull, Black Widow, and Cap today. All right, so I'll have Danny kind of control. We'll keep a timeline of cards up here just to kind of keep track of where everything's at. So Danny will go ahead. We only, from what I can tell, you only need to have like a couple because cards overlap. You only have to have a couple. If it gets crowded, we can shift some of them up. So we go ahead and do the Red Skull first. Okay, so he does not move. He performs the BAM. We already supposed to draw our cards up and take damage. I know he goes first. Okay, yeah. So you're supposed to draw three. Supposed to have three. All right, so basically he's going to hit us now. It says deal 1 damage to each hero in the Red Skull's location and increase the fear track by 2. So we'll move the fear track up by 2. So we did not take damage. All right, so we have to be on the location with him. And then his says Hydra Insurgency for each crisis token the heroes have advance the fear track. So we do not have any of the crisis tokens. So this will say if heroes end here, we gain crisis. I think she says also crisis as well. Madam Hydra.
I don't know.
Okay, all right. So what, I wonder, I'm gonna shift these actually. So this is, okay. So I think her BAM goes off too, if we do this.
Okay.
Okay, deal 1 damage, okay. Nobody in that location nobody's there. Okay, let me just see real quick. I mean, there's not a lot to this. Okay, yeah, activate the BAM on any villain, dashboard, and any threat cards. Okay. All right, so we are good. So he doesn't move, no BAM, and we move the fear track up. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we can do. So we are basically going to play 3 cards before the Red Skull goes again. And again, we have not really done this. It's pretty straightforward. So I think let me go first because I have, I think, a helpful card here. So I have Captain America. We're going to do leadership, give a wild token to another player. So by going first, that kind of helps, I guess. And then I have a fist. So I can take the fist, defeat a villain, and put it there. Okay? So that would be my turn. All right, so Danny. Oh, let's see, draw a card. Now you draw a card, so we always have 4. All right, so now we might want to do this one, because if the Red Skull lands here, if he lands here, discard all citizens and thugs here, and then advance the fear track by how many tokens we discarded. So if you have hero actions, that would be good, or again, move to another location and beat up some of these guys.
I have a move and a leadership.
Okay, and you can do them in any order.
Oh, okay.
And you also will get the fist. So anything you play, you get the previous card and then whatever's on your card.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll play that. Just gonna put down that.
Leadership there, okay.
And then I'll move here and then do a punchy.
Do a fist there,
Yeah.
okay. All right, so I will draw for my turn. Okay. So again, I will get, so now these are basically inactive.
Yeah.
So we just get this one. All right, this is how we work together. So what I will do is I'll play these 2, which will finish this threat. And then at the end of the turn, you may discard 1 card from your hand to the bottom of your deck to remove 1 crisis token from anywhere. Alright, we don't have any crisis tokens, so that's not going to help out too much. Okay, so actually this is filled out. We don't have to, there's, from what I understand, there's no like timing. We don't have to wait.
Oh.
Alright, so now that we've averted that threat, or we cleared it. Okay, so I did those 2. So I can move and add another hero ship. Now if we don't spend them, you can collect them.
Yeah.
I believe. If you don't spend them, you keep the token. Resolve actions. Keep in mind. So you can spend them if you have them at any point. Because that would be good to know. Let's see. Master plan. Keep in mind. So the only thing you cannot use from the previous card is the special effect. I think, yeah, at least for now, I don't see anything that says anything about that, but I thought I saw somebody play that if you don't use it, you get to collect a token.
No.
Okay, so did I finish? I still have a move.
Yeah.
I still have a move. Well, there's not much more to do here, and ending my turn here won't really do very much. What do I have next? I don't know if I want to move here because Red Skull could easily move there and hit me. Just thinking what I have next that I might help. Okay, I think I need to move here because I have lots of fists. I think I need to get up here so I can start doing some of this. Okay, so now since we've done 3 cards, now go ahead and do the Red Skull. Okay, so 0 and bam. All right, so we have to take a card and put it under our discard or our draw deck. Okay, you will still get these 2. So even though it's separated here, you'll still get these 2.
Yeah.
All right, so draw a card and then take your turn.
Okay. It says here that the thugs need 2 punches.
They're extra strong.
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't give me any from your...
Well, you could remove the threat, but with honor actions, and then the thugs would just be irregular.
Yeah.
Since you got 2 from me here. Do you happen to have a 3rd honor and a fist? That'd be a perfect combo.
I have to move it.
Oh, you have a wild though.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
So if you cleared that threat first, then you could punch the thug.
Okay. Well, I've put that.
Okay.
So,
So that's 3 honor. We'll remove that.
Yes.
Okay.
It says you may move up to 2 citizens or thugs in any combination from this location to any other locations.
Okay. So you could move them up to where I'm at. That's at the end of the turn. Oh, so we did this. So we can put that there. Okay. So since we've kind of started on the thug route, why don't we can complete all 3 if we want.
Yeah. Okay.
We do get a benefit for all 3, but we need at least 2 before we can hit the Red Skull.
Yeah.
All right, so you use the 3 honor, you have a move and then a wild token in front of you.
I'm gonna use the wild as a punchy thing.
Okay.
Get that thug. And move. I don't even know if I want to move here. This one.
Could be a double bam.
I don't think so.
Oh, but we don't have any crisis tokens. Was it?
Oh.
Was it if you had a crisis token?
Any hero can prevent this effect by taking
Oh.
one crisis.
Okay.
Okay.
Risk it. Okay. All right. I will draw. Okay, so I am here. Heroes on this and adjacent locations take one token each. Okay, so if he lands here, or if Red Skull lands there, so we got 2 more turns before he's going to do anything. So I will get these. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this one here. I'm going to use your move. I'm going to do 2 punches here. You're starting this turn, take a crisis. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 punches. I have an honor that I will not just. I think it could be really good or really bad taking these. Either very helpful, or if we don't take them, I honestly don't see anywhere that says you get to take a token that's not used in action. But I swear I saw a playthrough that somebody was doing that. Okay. Each of these symbols represents the actions heroes can perform in any order. First player does not get one. Keep in mind that heroes who unite their efforts, they only benefit from the symbols on the bottom of the hero's card, not from special effects. It just shows them collecting. It says they'll have this much to do during this turn. Then it says what they do. The special effect, then it just says action tokens if you have them in your possession. So I'm guessing if you don't use it, it's gone.
Okay.
I'll look more on the internet and see if that's true. Okay, so I moved. I cannot use the honor token. All right, so we got 1 more turn. All right, before Red Skull goes, so it's back to you.
Oh yeah, you used.
I used 2 punches to take out Bob.
She is 5.
Oh, you already drew your card?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do 2 punches.
2 punches. Okay, so you got 4 punches. Take all over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's not.
That's the wrong
thing.
There's lots of tokens in this one. Okay. All right, Red Skull's turn. So we can pretty much take. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Just stack them up. As far as I can tell, they don't have any effect after you get past this one.
Yeah.
All right, Red Skull. All right, he's finally going to do something. 1, 2. Okay, then we do the BAM effect. So you will take a hit because you're on there, or you take a crisis token. Because I think that's what her ability said.
What does a crisis even do?
Well, there's going to be some things that say, some cards that will come out here saying, depending on how much crisis is out. I think since we haven't taken any yet, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I'll take 1.
Okay, so you'll take 1. Okay, so you just keep that with you. Yeah, next to you. It says heroes in this. Okay, so this does activate this. The target activates the target. So we did the BAM. Okay, do we do the target? I don't know if it really matters too much in the order. Okay, so we activated the BAM. Immediately resolve its effect. Okay, so technically we do that, then the BAM, then. Okay, that's okay. So heroes in this and adjacent locations take 1 crisis each. So since I'm adjacent, I have to take a crisis token. Okay, then what he will do is starting here, he adds a thug here. He adds 2 here. So now this is kind of bad. Okay, and then he add 1 to where I'm at. Okay, all right, so now it's my turn. I will draw. So I will still get the 2 fists even though this is separated. Okay, so 2 fists will take care of him. So basically what I play, do I need to take care of these guys? Because if we have this overflow, it says if you can have to place a thug or citizen and cannot be added to a location, increase the fear track by 1 for each token you cannot add. So these are both full. So let's do this. Let's play this one for me. All right, so 2 fists. I will take out Bob the Hydra agent. Hero starting. Oh, I was supposed to take a crisis by starting my turn there. Okay, so he's done. All right, we've cleared this threat. At the end of the turn, you may swap 1 card from your hand with one of the cards in the storyline. Oh, that's why you might. I mean, I can still search through it though. Okay, so I did your 2 punches.
Yeah.
I'm gonna punch this thug here. And then I'm gonna be risky. I'm gonna move 1 with the last one so I can hopefully clear this out. Okay. All right, draw a card.
Okay.
So you'll have a move and a fist.
We just want to leave that.
I think you can leave that civilian. I think you want to clear out Madam Hydra though.
Yeah.
Because we've cleared that out. We're 1 close. As soon as we clear 2 of these, then we can start hitting Red Skull and finish the game technically. It's not supposed to be a long game. It's supposed to be like 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah. So I'm actually gonna play this.
2 wilds, okay.
And then I'm gonna use the punch.
And to finish Madam Hydra.
Yeah. And you may draw cards and you have 3 in your hand at the end of my turn.
Okay. All right, so that's done. So we immediately take these.
Yeah.
Take the Hydra card. All right, so what we do is we clear these off. Okay, and then we shift this over. Okay, so now it says the villain starts their turn after every 2 hero cards, so the villain will go next.
Okay.
All right, so you did the punch. That's all you did, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a move and 2 wilds.
I'm gonna move here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, 2 wilds.
Okay.
I'd either punch him or punch the thugs.
Can I do both? Use both of my wilds to do.
You can do
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
each. Yep, you can do one of each.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do that.
And the only bad thing about him being out is if it's a BAM and you're there, you take 2 damage to each hero on this location. Any hero can prevent. Okay, so it's only bad if you stay there and hits a BAM.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so actually, we kind of want thugs to be out because we need a bunch.
Yeah.
All right, so we're doing it after every 2 cards, so the next Red Skull again. All right, so it does not move, BAM.
Great.
Okay, so this does not kick in because we did not hit this. Okay, deal 1 damage to each hero in the Red Skull's location and increase it by 2, the fear track by 2. So I have to take a hit. I will do that. Okay. And then Hydra Insurgency, for each crisis token the heroes have advanced by 1. So we have 3 crisis. 1, 2, 3. So that's mostly where crisis is going to come into play.
Yeah.
All right, so we just mostly need that every 2 cards now. Okay, so let's just keep those. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to get 2 wilds from you. My only card let's say I do get to draw. All All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and take a third wild. Okay, so I got 3 wilds. So I could clear this off. We don't really need to clear any more threats technically, other than just them being kind of bad.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and do, I got 3 wilds. I'm gonna hit these 2, hit those 2, and then I'm gonna move so that if he doesn't move, and then I can hopefully hit those on my next turn.
Yeah.
All right, you're up. So you'll get a wild.
Alright.
So draw a card.
Just want to take out that thug.
Yeah.
So
Hello.
I'm gonna play that.
Okay.
Or take that. Use a punch to take out that guy.
Take out that thug.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
A wild and a move. You already picked up a wild
Yeah.
token. Okay.
and then I'm gonna move here and use my wild to take out that last
Punch him.
thug.
Okay. All right. So now that is cleared. All right. So now we can just go straight to Red Skull then.
Yeah.
The only advantage we would have here is we would get to draw a card,
So. Okay.
which could prevent you from being KO'd. Because the more cards you have, because see, I have a chance of being KO'd.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, yep. So every 2 now. Actually, I think now every 1. Oh no, just he's vulnerable to damage. That's it. Okay. So we still do 2 cards. All right. So he's going to move clockwise. Oh, he's moving far away, and then he's going to bam. Okay. None of us are in the location to be bammed. Let me just make sure. Each hero in the Red Skull's location and increase the track by 2. So we do that in this location. Okay, so that does not affect. Okay. Then add a civilian there. Add 2 on his location.
Choose the
Yep. And then add another one here. Okay, so you went, so I will draw. Okay. So now it's basically running him down. Which can be tough because if I try and anticipate, I think they always move clockwise.
Okay.
So there's a chance he could move 2, 3. I could move and
You know what the most he can move is?
no, I didn't look at the cards. I don't want to shuffle. I've seen just when I was putting some of this together, I did see some. There's a couple that are fairly high. I think it's generally 2 to 3.
Okay.
But if I move here and I get bammed, okay. So I really don't. I'm pretty sure they always move clockwise though.
Yeah.
So I could. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to play a double wild because I am going to get a punch. So I'm going to use all 3. 1, 2, 3, and a punch to him.
Okay.
All right, you get to go before he goes again. So you basically get 2 wilds. So we just pretty much need, since the last skull.
2 wilds. Let me draw. Ugh. I might just use those wilds for movement too.
Can you move a third one like me? Do you have a movement card?
Yeah. I guess I won't be able to do any.
There's a chance that he may not move either.
Yeah, I'll just do a movement.
3 movement.
Those 2 on.
2 and then 3.
3.
Okay. All right, draw his card.
Well,
Yeah, he's gonna move 3.
it's gonna
All
move
right.
to where we were.
Yeah, 2, 3. Okay, no target, no bam. A civilian here. I was afraid that was gonna happen. And I guess if you've played this enough, you could kind of look and say, oh, his 3 movement card has not been played yet. You could you kind of do a little bit of that. We're going to add 2 civilians at his location. And then 1 off to the side here. Okay. I will draw. Great. But we know he will always move clockwise.
Yeah.
So,
Might wanna.
do we just stay where we're at and hope that he moves 3 again? Because we can move back and forth.
Yeah.
What did you get? A movement? So I could move twice. He's had quite a few where he hasn't moved, so I anticipate he's probably going to move. The first couple of times we played, he did not move.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be the hardest part, just wasting. I could see it just wasting cards.
Trying to
Track him
catch
down.
up.
Yeah, trying to catch up or track him down. I have a movement and a punch, so I could move twice and punch, which really won't do a whole lot of good. I can't punch a civilian. That'd be that. That's where storing up the tokens would be nice if that's possible, because I could just move once, and then if I needed to, I could save that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move once, and I'm going to punch this guy. Doesn't really do any good. Doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Just means that it won't overflow either,
Yeah.
because there's that possibility. I guess. Move there. Okay, you're up. So at least, I guess we know that he won't move for... If he does move, it's 2 turns before he'll move again.
Yeah.
So the best bet is to use my movement and hopefully...
Yeah. Honor tokens won't do much now.
No.
You only got 1 movement.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll just use that. Go there. Because I don't...
No, there's a good chance he'll move 1, 2, or probably 3.
Okay, I'll do...
Alright. 2 punches.
Yeah.
Oh, but you get your ability. Oh, so you can look at the top of the deck.
0.
0 movement.
Yeah.
What else?
Discard all citizens from locations with heroes and deal 1 damage to each of those heroes. Advance the fear track by the number of citizens discarded this way.
Let's put it on the bottom. We actually want him to move.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So your punches won't do any good.
Punch those
Yeah.
civilians.
Okay. Alright, so draw his card now.
Still 0 movement.
Okay. Hail Hydra. Discard all citizens from locations with heroes and deal 1 damage to each of those heroes. Okay. So discard all citizens from locations with heroes. Okay, so you just... Okay, so you discarded 2, so we have to do, and also move the fear up by how many you discard. So you take a damage. Okay. Alright, so I will do this. I have to discard my 2 and add that 2, and then I am going to be KO'd.
Oh.
Well, let's see if I can't do one. Or no, if it was my last one. Wait. Okay, if a hero discards the last card from their hand, they're immediately KO'd. So that goes to the bottom of my deck. Lay that piece down. Okay, they're going to be ignored by everything that's good. Then immediately resolve the BAM. Okay, so that will not happen. Or there's nobody in the Red Skull's location, but we need to do that by 2. So at the start of the hero's next turn, their piece is placed back upright during the card to 4 cards. So kind of heal myself up. Okay. Alright, so let's stack those again. Alright, so you just went, so now I will get the fist. I drop 1, 2, 3, 4. stand up, and so I get a punchy. So my best bet is to move. Okay, so I have another leadership. So take a wild token. I will move and punch. Okay, so we get one more chance before he moves again.
Okay.
Draw one, just draw one.
What did I draw up to 4?
I drew up to 4 because I was KO'd.
Oh. Okay. Well,
So you have a move and a wild.
okay. I'm just gonna use the wild and the movement to move twice.
Move twice. He's got two health left.
Right. I'm just gonna.
Well, you could, yeah, you can put this down too when you. All right, so hit him once. Okay. All right, so his turn. Ideally, he does not move. Oh, of course, now. Well, one away is not too bad. Okay, he does hit the target. Heroes in this location and adjacent locations take a crisis, so we each take a crisis. This could be bad if we get fear for crisis. Okay, then we had a thug. 2 on his. Mostly now it's just to prevent the overflow, and then 1 on ours. Okay, which will happen. Can be added to a location. Increase the fear track by 1 for each one you cannot add. So we cannot add 1. Okay, so our best bet is to use punchies, which I have none. Captain America is all honor. So I'm pretty sure this end of turn, I wonder if that's every turn now.
I think
That would be pretty sweet. Again, the rules are so simple, I kind of just glossed. I didn't look at the fine.
yeah.
Because if we get that every turn, I've only watched like 1 or 2 playthroughs. The threat is no longer in effect, and its location end of turn effect can now be used by heroes. So it doesn't say, I think we can do that every turn then.
Yeah, because it doesn't say it's just like one.
It doesn't say, yeah. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and do this again. I'll give you another wild. Actually, it doesn't matter. I give you a wild, and then I use your punch from the last one and defeat him,
Nice.
and he's dead. Or no, I needed to. No.
Oh yeah, you need to move.
Okay, I need to play this card instead. That's what I was gonna do. Move, then use your punch from the previous turn and take him out. All right, so it was fairly close there. Again, it is supposed to be a really fast game.
I was getting worried. It was getting pretty close.
It was getting pretty close, and then I only had a couple cards left too.
Yeah, I only had like 4 or 2 in my draw.
That would be my concern, is that you get down to this and you're like, well, right there, I have no movement.
Yeah.
And so if he starts,
I had no movement. I only had punches in my hand.
and I've heard of the few reviews that I've seen of some's like, well, some heroes like Captain America does a lot of honor. And so if you're going against like this, we had actually quite a few that could have used fists.
Yeah.
So sometimes the heroes you choose and the villain you're going up against can make a difference.
I really choose all the punches.
Yeah, you had quite a few punches. If we looked at mine, let's see, punch. You probably got more punches than me. Yeah, there's honor. Couple punches. Little mixture. Some wild, some mixture. Yeah, okay, I guess. Well, I've got 4 cards that are strictly just honor. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I have
4
quite
cards.
a bit of movement and punches. Oh, barely any honor.
Actually, I only have 3 movement. 3 movement. Got a 3 or 4 with punches. A double wild. So that's one thing I've heard, is that some people have said if you kind of pick the wrong character, like the Hulk is mostly punches.
I only have 4 honor.
4 honor in yours.
Yeah.
So, and that's why it's cool, the combo, to use the card before it that you kind of, again, can plan that out a little bit, so it helps from there. All right. Yeah, not a bad little game, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Just a quick little one. I do know there's a ton of expansions already.
Oh.
They're like the whole X-Men, there's the Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos, and then they're making it too, so I've seen too some of the expansions are making it more difficult. Like some people have said this is too, so some of them will add like another objective out here.
Yeah.
They're just like a scenario card, like, okay, well now every thug takes like 2 damage now to defeat or something like this.
Yeah.
And there is a in the rule book it does say if you want a moderate challenge you can remove the wild card. So you could remove that card from your deck, or hard, remove the double one.
Yeah.
Did I have a double one? Oh yeah, remove the double wild, or remove both for the heroic challenge. Okay, so the only thing I'm a little unsure of is collecting the tokens and the end of turn. Because that end of turn, if you do that every turn, that could be pretty good. You may swap this card. I mean, I would always swap it with the double wild.
Yeah.
If I had that available, going from there. But yeah, it's supposed to be just a quick, easy little thing. Nothing too complicated. Like I said, mostly I didn't. The rules are making it out to be harder than it was because it was easy enough that I just kind of.
Yeah.
I kind of skimmed and what I've watched people do. It's like, oh, you pretty much just do this. I didn't. Now that I'm looking back, I'm like, did they collect tokens if they didn't use them? Because some guys had like 3 or 4 tokens and they were doing like 4 or 5 things.
Yeah, we never even picked up any of these.
Never picked up any of the punchy ones, yeah. All right, well, there's our first playthrough. So I have these 3 painted up from yesterday. So I've got one more villain and 2 more heroes ready to paint up. So we'll do the next playthrough. I think I chose the Taskmaster, Iron Man, and Hulk. So that will be our next grouping to go from there. And each one of these is completely different. These decks are completely different for each one too. So there is a variety from that, but there are probably 5 expansions for this already in a year. So there's a lot. There's an X-Men. I just watched the Thanos one where they put Thanos cards in the deck, and so every so often they find an Infinity Stone, and so and then if they had the Infinity Stone, then bad things happened, and then when you got to Thanos, even worse things happened. So there's quite a few things that can be expanded with this, and again to add that difficulty. But sometimes we don't need a super challenging long game like all of the Arkham Horror and all that. Just okay, play a card, let's do this, okay, and do that, go from there. All right, once again, thanks for watching, and we will see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.